Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Why RHOM's Jody Glidden is the best thing to happen to Lisa Hochstein opinion. Lisa Hochstein has been through it. Divorce, drama, and a drawn-out war with her ex-husband, Lenny Hochstein, that felt like it might never end. All of it played out on the Real Housewives of Miami for the world, and unfortunately, their kids to see. But in the middle of that emotional hurricane, something, or rather someone, unexpected showed up and changed the game. Enter Jody Glidden. At first, fans weren't sure what to make of Lisa's new man. He seemed too calm, too normal, too Canadian. But as the seasons ticked on, Jody quietly proved himself to be exactly what Lisa needed. A steady hand, a safe space, and most importantly, someone who actually shows up for her. Lisa's storyline in the past few seasons has been intense. She's gone from glam wife of a plastic surgeon to a single mom trying to rebuild her life. She's done all this while fighting a very public and very petty divorce battle. Through it all, Jody has been the constant that Lisa never got from her ex. As Real Housewives of Miami fans are noticing, he's showing up to events. He's stood by her side during confessional breakdowns, and most importantly, he has never made it about himself. Jody doesn't need the spotlight. He's not trying to be the next house husband with a skincare line or a podcast. He's just there, consistently. And when it comes to the Real Housewives, that's rare. While other Bravo boyfriends are busy starting drama or making things worse, cough, Lenny, Jody is quietly playing the long game. Support Lisa, protect her peace, and let her shine without getting in the way. Lisa is also fiercely protective of her beau. When Larsa Pippen tried to paint a different narrative, the model made sure to step up and give Jody the credit he was due. No one will mess with Jody, not on Lisa's watch anyway. One of the most refreshing things about Jody is that he doesn't just tolerate Lisa's lifestyle. He actively supports it. When she was looking for a new home, he subtly pointed out she might want to consolidate. Whether it's encouraging her to stay on the Real Housewives of Miami, helping her navigate her messy divorce, or just showing up with words of affirmation when she needs them, Jody gives Lisa space to be herself. I like that he doesn't roll his eyes when she wants to take on a new business venture or throw a lavish party. He gets it. Fans watched in season 6 as she tried her hand at creating her own perfume line. He logically knew no one was going to buy it, but he was proud of her nonetheless. He understands that Lisa's world includes glam teams, Bravo cameras, and a little drama. And instead of trying to control that, he empowers her to make it her own. Lisa spent years with someone who wanted her to be small, quiet, and grateful. Jody seems to want her to be loud, successful, and unapologetically herself. I love Lisa and Jody together, but during season 7, she sort of hijacked his birthday party. Lisa got sidetracked and invited a lot of her friends, had an outfit change, and a photo shoot all during her boyfriend's big moment. She even snuggled up to him while singing Happy Birthday. Lisa is still very much the star of her own show, but now that Lenny is mostly in the rearview, it might be time for her to shift the focus toward what's working, and that includes Jody. I'm not saying she should become the girlfriend or make Jody her entire storyline, but fans are ready for a little more light and a little less legal drama. Watching Lisa be happy, supported, and in love, that would be the plot twist RHOM desperately needs. So far, she's been cautious about showing too much of their relationship, and fair enough given what she's been through. But if Jody's presence on the show continues to be as grounded and drama-free as it's been, he could easily become a fan favorite. Lisa deserves a storyline that's not just about survival, but about joy. The Real Housewives of Miami is available to stream on Peacock. In the glittering, high-drama world of the Real Housewives of Miami, love stories often unfold with the intensity of a telenovela and the stakes of a high-rolling poker game. Between the glamorous parties, both sides shade, and hurricane-force feuds, it's easy to forget that behind the diamonds and designer bags are real women navigating very real heartbreaks. For Lisa Hochstein, her journey from heartbreak to healing has been one of the most compelling and relatable storylines in RHOM history. And at the center of her post-divorce renaissance, a quietly confident tech CEO with heart, brains, and emotional maturity, Jody Glidden. Let's be clear, Lisa Hochstein's ex-husband, Dr. Lenny Hochstein, left a trail of emotional wreckage when their marriage dissolved as publicly as it did. Miami watched, mouths agape, as Lisa struggled to hold onto the family she built, her children, her home, and the identity she'd known for over a decade. Lenny's callousness and the headline-grabbing hot mic moment became the stuff of Housewives infamy. But even in her darkest moments, Lisa's vulnerability and refusal to crumble earned her something rare in reality TV: genuine empathy from viewers. Enter Jody Glidden, stage left. At first glance, Jody seems like an unlikely addition to the RHOM universe. He's a successful Canadian tech entrepreneur, the CEO and co-founder of RHOM, a far cry from the glitzy world of bottle service and versus wallpaper. But that's exactly what makes him the best thing to happen to Lisa. Where Lenny once seemed like a cold fortress of indifference, Jody has proven to be a warm, grounding presence. He's the emotional soft landing Lisa so desperately needed, and the foil to everything her ex wasn't. In a franchise known for its spectacle, Jody has brought something revolutionary to Lisa's life: stability. And not the kind of stable that hides toxicity under a layer of superficial charm, but real, emotionally available partnership. Watching Lisa with Jody is like watching someone remember who they were before they were hurt. Her laughter is easier, her body language more relaxed. When he shows up on camera, it's never with an air of dominance or need for attention. He's not trying to outshine her or become a star in his own right. Take notes, House Husbands of Jersey. He's just there, present, protective, and patient. What's more, Jody seems to understand something fundamental about loving someone who's been deeply hurt: timing. He hasn't rushed Lisa into the next chapter or pressured her into performative happiness. Instead, he's allowed her to process, to grieve, and to rebuild at her own pace. That kind of emotional intelligence doesn't just happen. It's the product of maturity, self-awareness, and a willingness to love someone for exactly who they are, wounds and all. For Lisa, whose entire identity was once intertwined with being Lenny's wife and Miami's queen of Botox, her relationship with Jody has been a slow, beautiful reclamation of self. She's no longer playing second fiddle to a man who prioritized his ego over her happiness. She's rediscovering her power not as someone's wife, but as Lisa Hochstein, full stop. And Jody? He's not just along for the ride. He's in the passenger seat, handing her the aux cord and cheering her on as she takes the wheel. Fans of the franchise have noticed the shift. Lisa, once often caught in cycles of defensive energy and internalized pain, now glows with a softness we hadn't seen in years. It's the kind of transformation that only happens when someone feels safe, seen, and supported. Jody's influence isn't loud, but it's profound. He's the rare partner who enhances without overshadowing. And yes, it has to be said, he's also hot. In a world where appearance does matter, especially in Miami, Jody's got the movie star jawline, salt and pepper charm, and just enough mystery to keep Housewives fans Googling him between episodes. But the real attraction? It's his character. He's the guy who's equally comfortable in a boardroom or a Bravo confessional. That duality of success and humility, strength and softness, is the real heartthrob energy. Some might argue that Lisa doesn't need a man to save her, and they're right. Lisa saved herself. She weathered a divorce that would have emotionally destroyed many and came out of it with grace. But what Jody represents isn't salvation, it's celebration. He's a reward, not a rescue. A chapter of healing, not a erasure of what came before. In loving Lisa the way she deserves, Jody isn't just being a good boyfriend. He's being a good man, period. In the grand narrative arc of Lisa Hochstein's reality TV journey, Jody Glidden is the plot twist we didn't see coming but desperately needed. He's the real-life evidence that love after betrayal is not only possible, it can be better, healthier, and more honest than ever before.